Hi, my first grade friends. Happy Asynchronous Day. Whether it's Typing Tuesday or Fun Friday, I hope you've been having a good week so far and that you're looking forward to doing the other things we'll be doing this afternoon and later on in the week or next week. Well, you're all done your math packets. So, woo! You finished up this math packet yesterday with me doing number 19 and 20. Now you know how to write the numbers 1 to 20. You know how to read the numbers 1 to 20 as words and hopefully eventually spell them. And you know how to show numbers through a 10 frame and make sure you can color them and see them in a picture. Awesome job. I'm very proud of you. Today, we aren't going to be practicing writing our numbers really, as we're going to be practicing word problems. We've been doing word problems or story problems in class. And a story problem is when there's a little story, it might be a sentence or two, or maybe a whole story, and there's some math problem involved. Now, I don't mean a problem like 1 + 1 and it's in my story. I mean that there's something wrong and they have a question. So maybe you had a bunch of crayons and then you lost some. You had 4 crayons and you lost, or you had 5 crayons, and you lost 1. Now you have 4 left, right? That might be what my story is. I was drawing with Smokey, and then we had 5 crayons, and Smokey stepped on one and broke it. Oh no, Smokey, how could you do such a thing? Just kidding, I did that. But for the sake of the story. Now there's 4 left. That would be what my story problem is. And as first graders, I want you to be able to hear the story and tell me, is it addition or is it subtraction? That's a question mark. Excuse me. Let's make that a little bit better. There we go. I want you to tell me, is it addition or subtraction? I also want you to tell me the math problem or the math fact, the equation. What plus what equals what, or what minus what in your story gives us the answer to my problem. So in this case, I had 5 crayons. I lost 1. Now I have 4. So that was a subtraction problem, and I showed it in my number problem right here, or my math fact, my equation. 5 minus 1 equals 4. Those are the ways that you've been showing me your answers in your story problem. And you've actually been drawing me pictures too, or doing circles or numbers and tallies. I would show my problem like this. Maybe I had 5 circles and I lost 1. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do it like that. Or you could actually draw what was in my story. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. 5. Don't show Miss Donia this. That is not looking so good. Clearly I had some shorter crayons. Well, I had 5 crayons and I lost 1. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 crayons left over. These are ways you've been showing me in math class how to solve all the story problems that I give you. Today, I'm going to teach you how to do more first grade work with story problems, how to get points. Yes, points. Just like if you were in a game or at an arcade and you got points for getting something right. Well, I want you to take out your math workbook, and we are going to do 2 pages today, and you're going to learn how to get a 4-point answer to a story problem. That way, when you're doing your homework or you're working with me in class, you know how to get the best answer and show that you know your stuff. So go ahead and get your math workbook out. Okay, my friends, the page I want you to turn to is How Many Cupcakes? Page 31. And how many cupcakes too on page 32. This is going to be a story problem about cupcakes. So we know what the story problem is about. I want you to tell me, is this addition or subtraction? Once I read the story. Then you'll be earning points by showing me different ways you can answer it. And then you'll do the next page, page 32, on your own. So let's read the story. How many cupcakes? Let's first put our name. Miss Ramitz. There we go, Miss Ramitz. Rosa had 7 cupcakes. Then Max gave her 8 cupcakes. Wow. How many cupcakes does Rosa have now? So Max gave her some. Is this addition or subtraction? She had 7. He gave her 8. She didn't lose them. She got 8 more. Well, when I look at my poster that Miss Remitz mentioned, I know that getting more or adding on numbers, that's a big old plus. That means that it's addition. So this must be an addition math problem that we'll be working on today. I want you to show me how you would do your equation. Because in first grade, this is how you get points. You get, let me get some color in here. You get 1 point for doing the equation, 1 point, so that's point number 2, for the answer. And you can get 2 more points, and I'll show you how to get them. But first, we need to get our 2 points. We need to know the equation and the answer. I look for the number in the story to make my equation. Rosa had 7 cupcakes. Then she added on, so she got 8 more when Max gave them to her. Now the answer is 7 plus 8. That's how I'll get my answer. I don't know that off the top of my head, and I only have 10 fingers, so I can't keep counting. This, my friends, is where you get your 3rd point with your drawing. So I have my equation as point number 1, equation. My answer is point number 2. My drawing is point number 3. I could draw circles, or maybe I could draw little cupcakes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I had 7 cupcakes. This is one way you can draw your answer. You draw what you have, and then you do a plus sign and draw what you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 7 cupcakes and I add 8 more. I could do an equal sign and add up 7 and 8. Or if you wanted, you could start your numbers and write them inside. I know a lot of you like to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But instead of starting from 1 and getting to 8, keep going from 7 now and get 8, 9, 10. See, we're getting bigger numbers. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I ran out of cupcakes and I got the number 15. I could also draw tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, see how I had to be very careful of counting. I put my 7 and my 8 together, and I got 5, 10, 15. Another 15. That was double checking. My friends, we got the right answer. We have our equation, and we did our drawing. But didn't I tell you that there's 4 points? Well, to get that 4th and final point today, I need to label my answer. This is called a label. My friends, a label is when you say what you are counting. What do you think I'm counting in my story? What am I counting? So I would write down what I'm counting. I'm writing cup cakes. Now you have to be very careful because when you're writing, I want you to label exactly what it is that you were counting, okay? Oh, I just realized I wrote label wrong. This is called a label. I think I was thinking of table. label. Now, I was counting cupcakes, so I would label it as cupcakes. If you were counting, here, pencils, your label would be pencils as your answer, right? So this was your homework the other night, last week. So you had 9, and then you got 7 more. Now your answer would be 16 pencils. That's how you would label it. You would write the answer. So already I got 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and then I can get another point by drawing my picture. I can do a drawing. Excuse me, my pen's running out of ink. That's how I get all 4 points. And when I get my 4-point answer, I get a big star from Miss Remitz, or you can get a sticker from your parents. But make sure you send me pictures of your work. Now, I want you to try on your own, working on page 32, How Many Cupcakes, Part 2. Make sure you're doing your 4-point answer. You're giving me, for a 4-point answer, the equation. So what plus what, or what minus what. You're giving me the answer. So it's equals. Then you're drawing your picture, or whatever drawing you have. So maybe you're doing tally marks, or you're doing circles. And lastly, I want you to label. Let's see if Ms. Remitz writes it right. There we go. You're labeling your answer. What are you counting? So maybe you're doing cupcakes or crayons, right? We do crayons a lot in class, or pencils. These are the ways to get a 4-point answer in first grade. This is how first graders answer their story problems. So I'm excited to try it out with you. Go ahead and work on the second part to How Many Cupcakes on page 32. Sam had 8 cupcakes. Then Kim gave him 8 cupcakes. How many cupcakes does Sam have now? I want you to let me know, getting that 4-point answer down here in the box below. My friends, I wish you the best of luck working in your in your math notebook, your math workbook. Go ahead and do page 31 with me and do page 32 on your own. Make sure your parents send me a picture so I can see how you're doing. But otherwise, I will see you this afternoon. Keep up with Prodigy and Zapped. See you later. Bye.